Hello everyone, this is our DialogFlow main dashboard. As we can see, we have agents in here. The main agent which we are using currently is the Falcon bot agent, which we have created. It's linked to our project ID, Falcon Voice Bot. The agent consists of multiple intents. Let's go to the intents. So we have several intents here, which serves our voice bot. Let's look at one of our intents, what we have created. This is the welcome intent. So when the user says hello, or it comes to the greeting, so our bot responds with this response, what we have here. This is the Falcon virtual assistants. Like this, we have many intents which covers the scenarios when the user asks to the bot. Coming to the entities. So we have a couple of entities here, which are basically the keywords, data points, which we gonna make sure and use in our whole conversation. So as we can see, we have a couple of accounts. So this is nothing but the account type, which we're gonna use for our banking bot, right? Let's move to the next. This is the knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but the knowledge base. Knowledge base is used for the Q&A, questions and answers, typical questions and answers which are being used in the bot. So this is being served by this knowledge base using the Q&A. Let's go to the next, which is the fulfillment. So the fulfillment is when we're gonna make use of any API calls or any REST calls to the third-party APIs and get the data, or make a call to the DB and get the data and do all the calculations, right? So for that we have webhook, and we have to host our webhook, and it takes care of with a post request in the DialogFlow. We have to enable it, and this you can see this is our endpoint which hits. Currently it is on the Anchirock. We can host it on the our compute engine too. Let's go next. These are the integrations. The integrations which we can which the bot can be integrated with. So there are various integration channels which you can see here, right? So basically what we are currently testing on is the Google Assistant and the DialogFlow phone gateway. Okay, so this is up what we are doing with the DialogFlow, like ES version of DialogFlow what we're using. Let's move to the code part of it. So this is basically the app.js, the main piece of code where the every fulfillment comes in, and the requirement is served, right? So we are requiring the modules here. Twilio we are using just to send the messages for the OTP, to verify the user, the SQL connections. So this is the webhook client, which is the npm module, the DialogFlow fulfillment which we're using here. As we go next, so we have a couple of the intents which we have seen in the bot, right? So those intents are nothing but mapped in the intent map, which we can see over here. So every intent is being mapped to a function here, and the request is being handled by the agent.handle request, right? So let's take one of our functions here. If we're going to have a function, so yes, so the function serves the purpose of the fulfillment. If we want to call a third party, or we want to store some data, so these are the fulfillment functions over here. So it sets the data, like we are setting the customer ID here, then sending it over, then fetching it. Then as you can see, we are making a call to our database, which fetches the user data, right? So once the user data is fetched, so we are sending an OTP to the user. So all those verifications and third-party API calls are being made here, and that's how our voice bot works. Thank you. Thank you.